Hey everybody, welcome back to Luki Bike Adventures. I'm Chris, and we were recently given about 25 bikes from the Riverview Police Department. I guess there are a bunch of bikes that were like lost and found, whatever situation that is that happens, abandoned in some kind of way. A lot of them are kids' bikes. There are some adult bikes, some cruiser bikes. Um, Things like that. So I'm basically gonna go through. Well, I got to go through all of them, but I'm gonna go through, I guess, a pile of them, and kind of see what kind of repairs they need, what kind of condition they're actually in, um, because we've got a lot of stuff planned for this summer. A lot of stuff planned. If last summer was busy, this summer is gonna be absolutely insane. And one of the things that we're doing is we're going to be giving away more bikes this year, hopefully. And so I'm going to see how many of these are going to be in a good state that I can fix up and get them really nice, that we can either give away or sell as a fundraiser to give away more bikes and do more stuff. So let's go through some bikes. Now, looking at this one, I can see that this is interesting. It's got a Simon. Remember that game, Simon? Can you see that? Oh, and it works. Wow. All right, we're going to have to play with that. Let me see. That's interesting. Just going to go ahead and cut that. Oh, it was a carabiner. I didn't need to cut it. But that's cute. That's interesting. All right. So this seat, it's not ripped or anything, but it's dented up a little bit. There's some rust there, but it's not seized. So that's nice. Handlebars are positioned in a weird way, but and they're quite loose. But there's no play here. Very little play there. No play there. So that's pretty nice. Everything feels none there as well. So everything's nice and tight on here. Nothing wobbling around. Well, I just cut the rear brake. Let's see how this feels. Moves freely, so that's good. Let's see how these brake pads feel. They feel soft. So realistically, this bike's got some dirt on it. It's a little rusty around the chain, but that looks like surface rust. I don't know why I'm struggling to say that. Surface rust. The rim doesn't, I don't see any cracks. What? I don't see dry rot on the tires. Or at least the tire. I didn't check the other one. This was showing some promise here. Yeah. Front brake is rubbing. So it looks like, yeah, it got some, looks like the front wheel is out of true. Brake levers are working just fine. Oops. Let's see what happens if we try to change gears. All right, so that's That's a bit of a mess. It doesn't want to change gears at all, really. But that could just be a matter of limit screws, or it could, you know, probably just need some adjustment, actually. Or maybe not, that moved. Could just need some oil. So, not bad. I don't see any damage to the frame. So, realistically, looking at this, I could probably replace the grips, which I almost always do anyway. I like to replace the contact points, unless they're like really, really good shape and there's truly no reason to. But it's very rare, especially the grips on kids' bikes in particular. They always need to be replaced. They're always chewed up. So I'll probably replace the grips. Oh, let me grab my pen. So I'm just going to make a list of the different bikes, what kind of repairs they need, and then I can make my shopping list, get the parts, come up with some pricing, and get some more sponsored bikes onto our website, or at least get my budget together, know how much I need to spend to get all these bikes fixed up. So I'm going to say grips. These pedals aren't terrible. They're not terrible. We can get away with them. Possibly a chain. I put a chain question mark because it is pretty rusty, but it might clean up. Let's see. I'm guessing it's not stretched out very much. Would be my guess. I bet you it didn't get ridden very much. Yeah, that chain's good. I could probably just clean that up. So I'm going to say grips and tires are flat. Oh, they're okay. So we do need tires. There's a crack right there on the part that was like flat. I'm guessing where it's been sitting for a long time. It's cracked right there. And you know, cables, because I just cut those, and they pretty much always replace cables. Pads seem fine, so I'm gonna cross off chain. So there we go. We're gonna call this bike 201 because this is the first one I'm checking for our second season, and I don't remember what number I left off on the last time. And I had the nice little zip tag things, and I still have them. Well, not zip tag, Velcro. I still have them, so I'm not putting stuff on the finish, but I can't find the silver Sharpie. So we call that 201. Boom. Nice. And this will be a good, I feel like this could go either way, just depending on our demand. I might replace that seat. Well, if budget allows, if I have extra seats, I might replace the seat. Because it's like dented up. Like it's not ripped, but... Alright, let's do this mongoose. So we got a few different use cases for these bikes. That seat is pretty much pristine. Grips here are actually fine, it looks like. Maybe just the what do you call it? Like the end caps or whatever. Maybe just replace those perhaps, but the grips actually seem fine. This brake lever looks like feels like it's bent or something. Might be just positioning. Might be just positioned weird. Something going on here though. See, it's got this gyro or whatever so that it can, you know, be a trick bike. But that is an extra bit to brake. So that's, I mean, yeah, it's a lot of extra mechanicals for things to go wrong. So I might just bypass all that and just run new cables and not worry about it. Or I might screw around with it and see if I can get it to work. Not sure. that might depend on budget, time constraints, and if there's any interest in this bike, because it's not a mountain bike. Although it would be fun to take the kids to like a pump track. There is one at the park, one of the mountain biking trails. There's a cement pump track. This type of bike would be really fun to ride. But yeah, I think the easiest thing might be just to bypass that altogether. It's got nice pedals on it. I feel like they're aluminum. A bit of play there. No play there. A bit of play in the rear wheel. Rear wheel. It doesn't have a chain at all. So definitely need cables replaced. Looking at the tires. They said a lot of these bikes have been sitting there for like 4 years, just in their storage or whatever. These tires look okay, but a lot of times the tires do need to be replaced. Tread is pretty good on them. Frame looks good. I'd say this one doesn't need a whole lot either. So that's nice. So this one definitely needs a chain. For sure. Cables. Let's see, how are these brake pads feeling? Not bad either. They seem to be, I just take a little, what do you call this thing? An awl, I guess. And just kind of poke them a little bit to see if they're pliable. If they're like super hard, then they're no good. But if they still feel kind of gummy and soft, like I can poke it and, you know, it kind of flexes a little bit. And there's still quite a bit of material on there. They seem to be pretty good. Possibly a new lever, because this one does just kind of, it could be positioned weird. Maybe. So we'll call this one 202. Mongoose Brawler. And so what I'll probably do is, you know, get my list and come up with the prices for everything, look how much everything costs. And then I'll probably just add on like another $20, maybe $25 to cover, you know, oil, grease, cleaning solution, transportation, all that fun stuff. Maybe something that I might have missed. And then that'll just be the price. Or to sponsor the bike. Let's see. That one. Few rips in the seat. We've got another bike just like this one. I really like the finish on this. I think this looks cool. So squeaky but working. Need some adjustment there. Ooh, cable definitely needs to be replaced there. There's some play in the pedals or cranks, I guess, bottom bracket, whatever. That one's good. That one's good. Honestly, this bike is Cables aren't even really, a little damage there. Housing anyways, but if I gotta replace the cables, I replace the housing too. Do them both. This one is in really good shape. The grips aren't even damaged. I would say, you know, basically just the seat possibly would need to be replaced. And that's just me being picky. It really isn't in bad shape at all. Wheel needs to be trued. Tread looks good though. No obvious cracks. No rim or the tire. And the bike's like, it's, you know, it's dirty and everything, so, you know, might not see every little thing that could be there. Once I actually start working on it, I'll know for sure, but just as a preliminary to kind of get a good idea of what I'm working with and what we have. Oh, I had to switch this around. Oh yeah, that was a crack. That was just some dirt. Yeah, this bike looks really good. I like it. So yeah, what did I say? Just cables on this one. Chain looks fine. Three. So we need cables and a seat. I would like to change the pedals out. They are pretty beat up. And those are the three that I like to change out a lot. So the seat, the pedals, and the grips. I feel like you do that and the bike feels like a new bike because that's the points where your body's touching it. And then you clean it, you know. And it feels like a new bike, you know. All right. We got a mongoose. Seat is ripped, grips are ripped and loose. Cool orange pedals, dig it. Bottom bracket's loose. Alright, so that rear brake, again, has got this just gyro or whatever. Neither one of the brakes work at all. They're completely locked up. That could be this, though. Feel some play in there. In the headset. Chain is really loose here. I'm guessing it just needs adjustment, not replacement, but let's check it. Yep, that's fine. Kids don't usually ride their bikes long enough to need to replace the chain, it seems, generally. yeah, this one doesn't seem to need much either. So cables, we got 204, cables, seat, grips, and unfortunately the pedals. I'm going to see if I can find some orange ones for it, because all the orange accents on this look really cool. Alright. And then just adjustments all around. You know. Oh, forgot to put the sticker on. This one's looking a little rough. Power climber, huh? Alright. So that's a little rusty, but not seized up, so that's good. Although that I can't loosen. It's that part is. All right. Oi. So this one, I would say everything. I'm gonna go ahead and say everything on this one. Yeah. It's got aluminum rims though, which a lot of the 26-inch bikes, well, in general, just a lot of the bikes that I have are steel rims, which makes them heavy and they rust. And so, if this bike is gonna be too much to get it up and running, I might just take the rims off of it and put it onto one of our other bikes that's a little bit nicer, but maybe has steel rims. So, but we'll see how much we need 26-inch bikes, or if there's a kid who needs one. Because I got these bikes in specifically to give away, to kids who need one. So we'll see what demand requires on this one. I don't know if it'll be worth it. Yeah, so far. This one, well, looks like we got something that might be worth something to us. We've got some RockShox fork. These brakes feel really good. It's got Diore shifters and cranks on it. That's nice. Yeah, this was a nice one. Avid brakes. I would still replace the grips because they are a little bit busted up. Seat is pristine though. That's nice and light. No play there. Oh, look at this. It's got the pedals. They're clip in on one side and flat on the other. That's nice. What am I hitting here? Huh. It's hitting the kickstand? There we go. Nice. Doesn't shift perfectly, but shifts pretty good. I think it'll need some minor adjustments there. Minor adjustments to the brakes. This one, yeah, grips. We'll check the chain. This one's in good shape. Looks really nice. Oh. What? I think that must be the design. I thought that was a big dent in the frame here, but I think that's how it was designed. Chain's good. Oh, brake pad is cracked there. So new brake pads. That's whoops. That's fine. What are we on? 205. So pads, grips. Take a look at the tires. They look good. Or at least this one does. Yeah, tire looks good. Sometimes it's easier to see the cracks when it's, yeah, there is some cracking there. All right, so new tires. Not bad. I would say that this one is going to be a keeper for us. We can use this, some of the older kids, for our rides. So this will, so yeah, I would say this is probably the first one so far that I would want to keep for sure for us. Nice. Should I put it? Okay, now look at this guy. I don't know what is going on with this. It's a lot heavier than, this is really heavy, this little thing. Oh my God. It feels way heavier than that bike. It's crazy. I don't know why this bike exists. Like, who is this for? It's crazy to me. It's wheels. Oh, I don't know how you stop it. I guess you don't stop. It doesn't stop if you pedal backwards. And there's no brakes on it. There's no brakes on it. Interesting. I mean, I guess don't ride fast. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with this one, but it's fun, right? Let's see. We got one more in the pile here, and then we'll probably call this video a wrap. Let me see how I'm doing on time here. Oh, 30 minutes already. All right, let's see. All right, that moves nice and freely. This seat is dirty, but I don't see, I think that'll all just clean off. I don't think it's damaged or ripped anywhere. The grips need to be replaced for sure. Brakes are moving sluggishly, so I imagine new cables will probably fix that. Suspension works. No play in the bottom bracket. No play there. It feels like there might be a little bit of play there. Not much though. It could just be sometimes when the could be just like the tire, since it's flat, kind of flexing a bit. Could be just that. Rear suspension works. What is this, a 20-inch? This one also might be a keeper for maybe a couple of the younger kids who might be a little bit more adventurous and might enjoy a little rear suspension. I think we might keep this one. So yeah, cables are completely rusted out. Chain is pretty rusty. Might be able to clean it up though. Honestly, I kind of feel like I just want to replace all the tires if I can. Seems like when I look closely at them, they often have cracks in them. Kind of just how I pretty much default to replacing grips. I might be just, seems like I always end up replacing them anyway. Almost always. Let's see. Yeah, that feels good. That feels good. Yeah. Frame looks good. I'd say this bike is also fine. I'm not even going to try to do the shifting, but the derailleur moves. And I have a few of those. If that one doesn't work, I can replace that pretty easily. I've got a few extras. I think new and used, actually. So 206. Cables. Grips. And maybe the pedals. And that's it. Yeah, 20-inch. 20-inch full suspension. That's nice to have. I mean, it's very, very entry level, but it's all right. We're just, our mission is to introduce kids to mountain biking, right? We're just providing the introduction. What did I say, 206? Yeah. Once we know that they're into it and their parents know that they're into it, we'll try to get them extra stuff as we go. But I think this will be just fine. I've got one kid in particular who I think might really like this. All right, that's it for this pile, actually. So, hopefully that was mildly interesting to you. I've got a lot of bikes to work on here, so I'm going to try to spend this week. I've got some few days here where I can try to bang some of them out. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Check back. We got a ton of stuff happening. I think the big thing is on May 4th. We're doing a fundraiser for Downriver Foster Closet. And we're going to be doing a pop-up bike shop for them. So we will be, we'll be there. I forget the time. I want to say 10 to 4, 9 to 4, something like that. Come get your bike fixed. There will be a charge for it, but all proceeds are going to go to buying bikes to donate to the kids for their bike drive on June 8th. So we'll be selling some of these used bikes. We'll have some other stuff around, probably some lights and things like that we can sell. We'll be doing repairs, basically just trying to raise money to buy kids bikes, kids in foster care. So that's our plan. So if you are in the Detroit area and want to hang out with us, if you want to volunteer and help out, if you got a bike that needs to be fixed, this is a great opportunity to do it. Let's see, what else are we doing? We got a bunch of events planned over the summer, a few different youth groups that we're working with. I think that's pretty much it for now. So thanks for watching, thanks for supporting us, and I'll see you guys in the next video.